Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's explainer. Look, before you go out and drop $60 or maybe even $70,000 on a brand new pickup truck, I need you to stop for just a second. Because the truth is, one of these trucks is built specifically to impress you sitting under the bright lights in the showroom. And the other? Well, it's actually built to impress you every single day after you bring it home.
Seriously, $70,000, that is a massive chunk of change, right? We're not just casually buying a vehicle here. We are talking about a huge financial commitment that's going to impact your budget for years. So before you spend that kind of money, stick with me and watch this comparison all the way to the end. I promise it could literally save you from making a very, very expensive mistake.
For years, Americans have been arguing over one classic question. Should you buy the Chevrolet Silverado or the Ram 1500? Now, at first glance, I get it. They look like exact direct competitors. I mean, they're both incredibly powerful. They're both absolutely packed with modern technology. They both promise you some really incredible towing capability. And of course, they both proudly wear that American badge.
But here is what almost every single comparison gets totally wrong. Buying a truck? It isn't just about winning a spec sheet. Sure, seeing high horsepower, endless tech features, and massive towing numbers looks absolutely great on a billboard, but that's really not the whole story.
What it's actually about is waking up every morning for the next 5, 7, or even 10 years and still feeling totally confident that you made the right decision. So today, we're going way beyond just comparing horsepower. We are diving into winning every single day. We're talking real comfort and reliability, actual ownership costs, fuel economy, your daily driving experience, and heavy towing performance. Oh, and we're definitely going to uncover those hidden truths that dealerships pretty much rarely tell you.
You know, the American pickup truck market has literally never been more competitive than it is right now. Every single year, these manufacturers are promising more power, more luxury, better tech, and just bigger towing numbers. But the real question isn't which truck looks cooler in a TV commercial. The real question we need to ask is, which truck actually makes your life easier? Because I'll tell you right now, by the end of this explainer, one of these trucks is clearly going to make a lot more sense for most buyers. But honestly, it probably won't be the one you're expecting.
So let's break down these two completely different truck philosophies. On side one, we have Chevrolet, right? Their whole vibe is that a pickup should be tough, dependable, and just ready for hard work every single day. And then on side two, you have Ram. Ram believes the truck should work hard, absolutely, but without actually making you feel like you're driving a heavy-duty work truck. So, which of these philosophies actually wins out?
Well, let's start with the very first thing everyone notices, the design. I mean, you walk onto any dealership lot, and before a single salesperson even brings up horsepower or towing, something else completely grabs your attention: the look. Because, hey, whether we want to admit it or not, people buy with their eyes way before they buy with logic. Let's look at the Chevrolet Silverado first. This truck honestly doesn't even try to hide what it is. Everything about its design just screams strength.
Just check out the Silverado's look. You've got this massive front grille, a hood that sits incredibly high, and these sharp, aggressive body lines. And whether you go for the rugged Trail Boss trim or step it up to the luxurious high country, the Silverado just always looks ready to get to work. You could park it at a messy construction site, out at a campsite, or just right outside your house, and literally nobody is going to question its purpose. It's a truck that looks exactly like it earns its living. But now, let's metaphorically walk across the lot over to the Ram 1500. Wow. The personality shift is immediate. Instead of looking purely aggressive, it just looks confident. When you look at the Ram 1500, the curves are noticeably smoother. The whole body style just feels a bit more refined. You've got cleaner LED lighting all around,
And when you get into those premium trims, like the Limited or the Tungsten, man, it almost blurs the line between a traditional pickup truck and a high-end luxury SUV. In fact, a lot of first-time buyers are genuinely shocked by how upscale the Ram feels before they even touch the door handle.
So, what's the design verdict here? Well, for side one, if you are someone who wants a truck that looks bold, rugged, and just unapologetically American, the Silverado is going to instantly stand out to you. But for side two, if you're the kind of buyer who prefers a vehicle that perfectly combines that necessary toughness with a touch of sophistication, the Ram definitely takes a clear advantage. However, here's the reality check. Looks honestly only matter for the first few minutes you own the thing. After that new truck smell fades, you're going to spend thousands and thousands of hours actually sitting inside the cabin. And you know, that is exactly where this whole battle becomes a lot more interesting. Because the real question is, what actually happens when you open the door, climb in, and step inside?